Hi, my name is Will Kiley, and this video is nominating the Against Malaria Foundation for this year's Project for Awesome. For those of you who don't know, Project for Awesome is an amazing initiative set up by John and Hank Green, which raises money each year for a number of great charities. The Against Malaria Foundation, perhaps unsurprisingly, works on ridding the world of malaria. Malaria is a terrible disease. About 400,000 people die every year from malaria, and 200 million people fall sick from the disease. 70% of people who die from malaria are children under 5, and it's also the #1 killer of pregnant women. People contract malaria from mosquitoes, and so one of the best ways to prevent people from getting malaria is to prevent them from getting bitten by infected mosquitoes in the first place. The Against Malaria Foundation essentially just distributes insecticide-treated bed nets, which hang over people's sleeping areas at night, killing the mosquitoes that would otherwise have bitten them while they sleep. This both protects the people who are sleeping and also reduces the number of mosquitoes in that area. These bed nets have been shown through numerous studies to significantly reduce the rates of malaria in areas in which they are used. The international community has done an amazing job in increasing the coverage of nets. Due in no small part to the use of these nets, between 2000 and 2015, malaria incidence fell by 37% globally. And during the same period, malaria mortality rates decreased by 60%. An estimated 6.2 million malaria deaths have been averted globally since 2000. 6.2 million deaths averted. And so despite the past success in targeting the disease, however, about 500 million people, or 400,000 people still die every year from malaria. And so that's about half of what it was a few years ago, which is a huge accomplishment. Unfortunately, malaria is on the rise in many regions, and there is still a substantial need for additional bed nets. And that's where you and Against Malaria Foundation come into the picture. For every approximately $2 that are donated, AMF provides a net that can protect up to 2 people while they're sleeping. And AMF also provides these bed nets in a manner that is incredibly transparent and efficient. 100% of the money that you and I give goes to AMF to providing the nets. And they partner with local groups on the ground to ensure that the bed nets are distributed and conduct systematic reviews to ensure the bed nets are being used properly and that the coverage remains consistent over time. Bed nets are such an effective intervention, and AMF is such an effective distributor of bed nets that the charity evaluator GiveWell estimates that for approximately every $3,500 that we give to AMF, that we should expect to save a life or achieve that much good that's equivalent to saving a life. And that means that if AMF is selected by Project for Awesome this year, then we should expect to save about 12 people's lives in expectation from malaria, which is awesome. And so I hope that you vote for AMF in this year's Project for Awesome. If you want to know more about the ideas that I spoke about during the video, you can check out the links in the doobly-doo. Thanks so much for watching this video, and don't forget to be awesome.